Alright, just to give you guys a little HR194 update, I'm not gonna, if you want to know about my other two Honda mowers, then you can watch my other video on all my equipment. But basically, I got this HR194 for free when I was doing deliveries for my old job. I was in my neighborhood and I seen this out at the curb, and it was, funny thing is, it was actually at the house I was delivering to, so I asked them what the story was on it. They said it had been sitting in their backyard for the last like 15, 20 or 25 years, something like that. They said they only used it a few times and then it quit running, so they put it in their backyard. Then 15, 20, 25 years later, they finally decided to put it out at the curb. I brought it home. Then when I got off work, I came home, put some gas in it, just for the heck of it to see what it would do. And I freaking, after quite a few pulls, it slowly came to life. And then it ran great, and still runs great. I still haven't done anything to it. Then I just got the, that's a push mower. Then I just got this other HR194, which is a self-propelled. The story, I just bought that off Craigslist for 20 bucks. The carburetor was dumping out fuel. Okay, so I checked the needle, and the needle was fine. I tried a different needle, and that wasn't the problem. What the problem is now my video is going to be cut short. I'm not going to be able to explain it all to you guys. I'm going to get mad and frustrated. Awesome freaking day, right? Okay, so what the problem was, and of course they don't make this part anymore, right? The problem was, you see this thing right here with the O-ring on it? That plastic piece with the black O-ring on it? Okay, that goes down inside here, and it has plastic arms coming off of it, like this, that hold the float in place here, with the float pin. And then the needle goes in and out of this thing with the O-ring on it. Well, usually when your carburetor is overflowing and won't stop letting gas in, it's either because your float is stuck or full of fuel, or your needle is not sealing or seating. Okay, so I tried a different needle and all that. Didn't fix the problem. Of course, what was it? It was that stupid plastic piece that has the O-ring on it. Okay. How do I know that? Because I took my finger and the needle and I plugged up the hole where the needle goes down into, which is in the center of this thing. That's where the needle goes down into, the center of that. Okay, plugged it up, right? And then I wetted this with water, and I blew air into here, and it was bubbling the water from around the edges of this, right? So that tells me that it wasn't the needle, it was the O-ring seal on the other piece that goes down in there. Okay, well guess what? They don't make that piece. You can't replace that piece. You can't just buy one and pop it in there and it be dandy. No, this whole carburetor has to be used for parts now. Okay, so I ordered they have like a $15 carb, a $35 carb, and like a $65 carb. I just bought the $35 carb. But because I want to keep it all original and OG, they're cheap Chinese carbs now. This is the legit Japan one, very nicely built. Anyways, so I'll probably either use parts from this, like everything, and make a Frankenstein carb out of the new one, or I'll just put the new carb on there. But anyhow, here's the real update of this. When I got this, the throttle cable was frozen, and the speed selector cable was frozen, and the spring was missing from this. So I went ahead and I got the spring for it, and I got the new speed cable for the transmission, and I got the new throttle cable. The self-propelled cable was fine, and the clutch or whatever go cable, transmission cable, whatever you want to call it, was fine. I just have this on here to make it look more complete, but the carb isn't actually on there. Everything works on this. I did run it when the carburetor was on there, but it was overflowing with fuel, so yeah, but it does run. When I got it, the guy said he didn't know if it ran or not, and the gas tank was bone dry on it. But anyways, I'll show you this here. See? All nice and dandy wendy. Okay. Then we got this here. You can probably hear it down in there. Well, the whole thing's moving around. Then we got this. Right? So, anyways, I guess that's the small little update I'll give on this thing. Yeah, pretty cool. I can't wait to get it running. There's a little brander doodle. Anyways, it's now 90 degrees outside, so I'm having fun dealing with that. I'm trying to stay inside in the AC, so we'll see. You guys should watch my other videos. They're pretty interesting for those of you that are into small engines and lawn care equipment and all that. I just got this power trim edger going again with the Honda G100. Oh yeah, these are all the parts I bought just for the HR194. See, we got our one of the bags for the one of the cables. There's another bag for you know, here's another bag for one of the other cables. Oh, this was the bag for the spring. I'm not going back outside because it's a little cooler in here, but the spring that goes to the oh, fuck off. Anyways, so that's that. Oh, and then this is the O-ring kit for the carburetor for the Honda G100 that I just I replaced the carb bowl O-ring and the sediment bowl O-ring, and then the drain bolt O-ring. This video is actually supposed to just specifically be about the Honda HR194s, so sorry about getting a little off topic there. See it has compression. See how it bounces back. Probably can't get it on camera anyways. I think this thing was used commercially because I don't know if you can tell, but here they have it etched in here CP3, and then on here they also have it etched in CP number 3 along with some other numbers, and then down here right here they have on in Sharpie some numbers right here, and then also right here with some Sharpie they have some numbers. But the thing that really stood out to me was that this was CP number 3, CP number 3, so I'm guessing this was like the third mower out of however many, and they probably put those on there so when the guys go out to use them during the day and they bring them back, they know who had which one, and if anything comes back broken, they know who had that mower that day. This is the first this is the first mower in a long time, and since I was probably a kid or a teenager, that I've had that was actually used commercially. I do have commercial mowers, but this one was actually, seems like it was used commercially, so I'm interested. I think that's kind of cool, I guess, even though it's not a good thing. It's probably got a shit ton of wear and tear, but that's alright with me. It's still a $800 lawnmower. If you have a Honda lawnmower with a 19-inch deck, not a 21-inch, but an older Honda lawnmower with a 19-inch deck, and it's all there and it all runs and it's all good to go, and no big cracks in the deck either like that one, they're actually worth $800. This is a 19-inch deck Honda lawnmower, but it's not worth, it's probably not even worth $500 because it's not self-propelled. These are commercial grade, and they have a hydrostatic transmission and a blade clutch and all that. This is a 5-horse, a HR194. With the condition that the deck is in, it's not an $800 lawnmower. But this one I just invested some money into, like new throttle cable, new speed control cable, new carb, new spring for the thing. That's $800. I bought it for $20, and I haven't even put, I don't think I've put $80 into it, and it's worth $800. I could sell it, turn around and flip it. I'm kind of stoked right now because I'm at 12 minutes of recording time, and all my YouTube videos I've been making my phone's only been letting me record like 10-minute videos. I don't know why, but I'm kind of stoked, so maybe I should bring this thing in here and show it to you guys, but I bet once I do that, my phone will stop recording. Now that I'm wasting time. Okay, I'm gonna put that one there. I'm gonna pull this one out. This one sat outside for 15 or 20 years. I don't think it was covered up, but it's, in some places it's rustier than this one, but this one still seems to be in overall better condition. Empire Lawnmower Shop, gotta give them a shout out. My grandpa's been using them since he had a landscaping business back before I was born in '92, and so that must have been the 70s or 80s. He gave it to my dad and my uncle, and they just screwed it off, just like everything else. See, okay, so these are both HR194s. They're both identical engines somewhat. Now, this one's a push mower, right? Okay, you see how where the dipstick thing is, and the oil check? Okay, you see that? Then we go over to this one, and it actually has a full-on tube that comes up to the shroud here, and it's actually bolted in right here. This one's not like that. Another thing is, because this one is self-propelled, is the bottom of the engine block is a little different. It has a metal drive shaft coming out the bottom here, going into the hydrostatic transmission in here. This one, the bottom of the block, has nothing, and it's not like there's a block off plate or a plug or anything like that. Actually, the whole bottom here is completely different. But someone that doesn't know too much about these, they take a first glance at these two lawnmower engines and they'll say, oh hey, they're exactly identical in every single kind of way. Not necessarily. So anyhow, you could see how nice the cover is on this one, and this one got like some kind of overspray on it from some other kind of paint or something. And then see the bag here, the bag also is like brand new. This one, it looks like someone tried to spray paint like the Honda over it or something, because, and it seems like they try to spray paint the cover. It seems like it was like stolen or something. I'm not sure, but it seems like they kind of try to cover it up to make it not look the same. That's just my idea, I guess. Okay, and another thing is, see how this says Honda HR194? Well, they all say it here too on the tag. See, HR194? This says it here. This one, it doesn't say HR194, and it's not because it's like covered up by overspray. It's just not there. They didn't put it on here. They put it there, but not on here like this one. Okay, I've already had 2 people tell me, oh, since that's the better lawnmower and it's self-propelled, why don't you put on this cover, why don't you trade the covers? There is a lot of people that would do that. I'm not a big fan of people doing that, and I was on a roll and then my phone died. I bet you, anyhow. So, like I left off at, some people would exchange these valve covers to make one a little nicer, like the self-propelled one is nicer and worth a lot more money. Okay, there's just minor differences in the two. Like this one says HR194, that one doesn't say HR194 on it. Okay, that's about the only difference. Okay, it just bothers me when people do that. Leave it all original. They're the same, but they're not the same. Okay, that one was made for that one. They didn't put HR194 on it for whatever reason they had, so they didn't do it. They put HR194 on this model mower for whatever reason they did, and like it should just stay like that, you know? I don't get why people do the whole switching of parts to, oh gosh, it blows my mind. It's like people who put Ford motors and Chevys and Chevy motors and Fords and Toyota Supra motors and like just stuff. I don't get all that. Like, leave it original. And if you are gonna do a motor swap, like take a if you have something with like a Chevy like 350 in it or whatever, and you want to do a motor swap, then put like a Chevy 454 in it. Or if you have like a Ford that has like a 5-liter in it and you want to do a motor swap, then put like the 7.5-liter 460 in it. Or if you, I don't know, you know, just leave it to its brand name. And not only that, like, yeah, that would still be a Honda cover on a Honda motor, and there's no point in me talking about it because people are going to do it anyways, and it'll always bother me and it will always not bother them, so whatever. And then I just don't know, I could go on about that stuff for days. So yeah, anyways,